हेलो एवरीवन। आज के इस वीडियो में हम हीट वेव्स के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। आर दे नोटिफाइड नेचुरल डिजास्टर्स इन इंडिया? फर्स्टली लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द डेफिनेशन। हीट वेव एक ऐसा पीरियड होता है जहां पे अनयूजुअली हाई टेम्परेचर दिखाई देते हैं देन नॉर्मल एक्सपेक्टेड टेम्परेचर ओवर ए रीजन। किसी भी रीजन में अगर टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन अनयूजुअली हाई है देन नॉर्मल एक्सपेक्टेड टेम्परेचर इट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज हीट वेव्स। आईएमडी ने दो क्राइटेरियाज दिए हैं हीट वेव्स डिक्लेयर करने के लिए। फर्स्टली, अगर किसी रीजन में नॉर्मल मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर 40 डिग्री या उससे कम होता है और ऐसे रीजन में अगर 5 से 6 डिग्री सेल्सियस का वेरिएशन पाया जाता है इन नॉर्मल मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर, इट वुड बी कॉल्ड एज हीट वेव कंडीशन। अगर ऐसे रीजन में 60 डिग्री सेल्सियस का टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन होता है तो वहां पे सीवियर हीट वेव कंडीशन पाई जाती है। Similarly, for a region where normal maximum temperature is more than 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस, अगर ऐसे रीजन में 3 से 4 डिग्री सेल्सियस का वेरिएशन पाया जाता है वहां पे हीट वेव कंडीशन डिक्लेयर की जा सकती है। सिमिलरली फॉर दिस रीजन, अगर टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन is more than 5 degrees Celsius, then in this region, severe heat waves can be declared. Moreover, for any place, अगर maximum temperature is more than 45 degrees Celsius for 2 consecutive days, then heat waves can be declared in that particular region. इस क्राइटेरिया के लिए एक कंडीशन है and the condition is that such kind of temperature variation should be seen in at least 2 stations of a meteorological subdivision for at least 2 consecutive days. अगर ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होती है तो उस रीजन में हीट वेव्स और सीवियर हीट वेव्स डिक्लेयर की जाती है बाय आईएमडी. So that is first. Second criteria is based on departure from normal and on actual maximum temperature. अगर किसी रीजन में 4.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस टू 6.4 डिग्री सेल्सियस का डिपार्चर होता है देन नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर इट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज हीट वेव. अगर टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन इज मोर देन 6.4 डिग्री सेल्सियस, severe heat waves can be declared. So that is criteria based on departure from normal. Now based on actual maximum temperature, अगर किसी रीजन में actual maximum temperature is more than or equal to 45 degrees Celsius, it would be considered as heat wave. Similarly, if actual maximum temperature is more than or equal to 47 degrees Celsius, it would be considered as severe heat wave condition. For this criteria also there is a condition and the condition is saying that such kind of temperature variations or actual maximum temperature should be seen in 2 stations of a meteorological subdivision for at least 2 consecutive days. So these are the 2 criteria based on heat waves are declared in India. Now let's discuss what is the criteria for heat waves in coastal areas. Coastal areas में अगर मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर वेरिएशन 4.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस या उससे ज्यादा होता है देन इट वुड बी कंसिडर्ड एज हीट वेव प्रोवाइडेड एक्चुअल मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर इज 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस और मोर. अगर एक्चुअल मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर 37 डिग्री सेल्सियस या उससे ज्यादा होता है और मैक्सिमम टेम्परेचर में 4.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस या उससे ज्यादा का डेविएशन दिखाई देता है, then in coastal areas heat waves can be declared. So these are the criteria based on which heat waves can be declared in India. Now there are 12 disasters that are notified under the Disaster Management Act of 2005, and those are cyclones, droughts, earthquakes, fire, flood, tsunami, hailstorm, landslide, avalanche, cloudburst, pest attack, frost, and cold waves. This clearly shows that heat waves are not notified under Disaster Management Act of 2005. Now the question arises why heat waves are not notified under the DM Act of 2005. When DM Act was enacted during 2005, it was considered that heat waves are of common occurrence during summer season and they are not really an unusual weather event, and as a result of that heat waves were excluded. Heat waves को एक common occurrence के तौर पर देखा जाता है summer season में and that's why they are excluded. But the conditions have changed since 2005. We are in 2024 and we are already seeing the impact of climate change. wherein intensity and frequency of heat waves has increased a lot. And that's why there is a need to include heat waves under DM Act. So that is the first reason why heat waves are excluded from the DM Act of 2005. But as there is increased intensity and frequency, there is increased demand from various states as well as non-government organizations that they should be notified under DM Act of 2005. This need of certain states and certain NGOs is not met by center. But why center is not notifying heat waves under the DM Act? There is the Finance Commission angle. 15th Finance Commission has observed that the disaster that are notified under DM Act of 2005 sufficiently covers the needs of states, and that's why there is no need of adding one more disaster in the form of heat waves. So center is using this observation of the Finance Commission, and as a result of which heat waves are not getting notified under the DM Act. So that is the first reason. Secondly, there is a problem in attributing deaths to heat waves as well. Heat waves often lead to loss of lives, but it's very difficult to attribute loss of life to heat waves because the experts say that the loss of life is maybe due to the comorbidities that patient suffers, which gets aggravated because of heat waves, and it's very difficult to say that whether the death has occurred because of heat wave or comorbidities. And this is also considered as one of the reasons why heat waves are not notified under the DM Act. Now, let's discuss what are the benefits of getting notified under the DM Act. The most important benefit of getting notified is that states would be able to use funds under NDRF and SDRF for the management of heat waves. Secondly, the management of heat waves would improve a lot because it would be a disaster notified under the DM Act, and hence DM Act's provisions would be enforced on ground as far as management of heat waves is concerned. Similarly, there would be better reporting of heat wave related illnesses and deaths. This reporting has remained poor in India. Moreover, authorities would be more alert to minimize the impact of heat waves. This would happen because if heat waves get declared under the Disaster Management Act, then the provisions of DM Act would be enforced on ground that would make authorities accountable for the actions that they take with respect to heat waves, and hence they would be more alert to minimize the impact of heat waves. So these are the benefits that we will be able to get once heat waves get notified under the Disaster Management Act. Now let's discuss what are the measures taken by different states and different authorities in order to manage heat waves in India. First and the most important measure that is being taken is that state governments can use 10% of the annual funds allocated under SDRF for local disasters. And heat wave is considered as local disaster in at least four states like Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, and Kerala. So 10% funds under SDRF can be used for the management of heat waves. So that is the first action taken in India. Similarly, the NDMA and the IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, are working with 23 states to develop heat action plans, which would act as a SOP for the handling of heat waves. So these are the measures taken for handling of heat waves in India. So that is about our discussion of this video. If you have liked this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel. Thank you.